Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live on Mojo 50 Radio. You can find us anywhere on your podcast dial, but if you'd like to listen to us live, we are right here on Mojo 50 on the iHeartRadio app. You can also find us on Mojo 50 Radio at the Facebook page and the YouTube. You can find us at DOAE Show. You can also go to our website, doaeshow.com, doaeshow.com. Get yourself some Jackhole Nation swag. We have the cups. We have the shirts. We even have the sports bra, ladies.
Yes, workout in style.
I've been told it looks very nice and it's also effective. I don't know, but I've been told. Go check it out, doaeshow.com, doaeshow.com. You know what else you need to check out?
I got an idea what we need to check out.
Minostalgia.
Minostalgia Wild Rice.
Yes, you need to check out Minostalgia Wild Rice. And if you don't like saying that and you don't like doing everything else, it's mojowildrice.com. It's just mojowildrice.com. All right, see, cabin fever has set over at Minostalgia. They have more snow than they can deal with, and it's really, really cold there. Jeremy Hansen, who is with us, knows about that. And guess what? If you use the promo code SPRING10 at mojowildrice.com, that's SPRING10 at mojowildrice.com, you can get 10% off on all the stuff that they have going on there. Jay and Lori, they need something to keep them going in this crazy time, and they're giving you 10% off site-wide until spring arrives. That's right, site-wide, 10% off. Now's the time. Get your beer jellies, your pepper jams, your whipped honeys.
Your what?
Your whipped honeys, and all the other wonderful recipes, including their wild rice, which is amazing, natural, native grain. It's so wonderful. It is great. It's gluten-free,
it's
sodium,
tremendous,
fat, and cholesterol-free. High in protein and zinc and potassium and trace minerals and other things that you need. One serving meets your daily whole grains needs. It's also good for diabetics. It's awesome. MojoWildRice.com. Use the code SPRING10. Code SPRING10. As I said in the promo, we have Mr. Jeremy Hansen with us. Jeremy, you there?
I'm here. How are you guys?
Awesome.
Good, man. See, there's a reason why we have Mr. Hansen on with us. See, Steven and I come up with this genius idea that, it's March. And March
means madness?
Means madness,
Oh,
indeed.
good.
We are indeed mad here on the Defenders Live. But
if you don't know, go back to 2 days ago.
go get to the end of the show. It's a great one. Anyway, March is Mojo Month, where we are going to bring on and start to cross-promote, get to know, in case you missed for whatever reason, the talent that is Mojo 50. The radio family, we're trying to get closer together as teammates and as co-workers, and we want you guys to get to know them as well. And the man also needs no introduction, partly because we've already said his name 2 or 3 times.
And he's also very loud, and you know him.
He
talks a lot.
Mr. Hansen is on. Jeremy Hansen is hanging out with us for the whole hour.
What is that? What is that, 5 to 7? 5 to 7 p.m.?
That's right. 5 to 7.
5 to 7 p.m. on the
Radio
Mojo 50.
Gold. 5 to 7. Radio
Yes.
Gold.
Amazing stuff. He's also a prolific Facebook messenger.
He is indeed.
He loves to comment on the Facebooks.
Hey,
Jeremy
you know what?
Hansen.
I think I'm your #1 fan, man. I don't miss a day. And I actually really get into your show, so I have to, I'm kind of a Bogart, so I like making sure people know what I'm thinking.
We haven't
There's
noticed,
nothing wrong
Jeremy.
with
I gotta say, it's just I haven't seen you there. What's been going on?
This is also when he's also told his wife he's watching The Bachelor.
Sure.
Hey, she doesn't know about that yet. Literally, she was sitting next to me, and I had my Bluetooth in, and I was listening to you guys kind of peeking over my shoulder, and she's like,
Whoops.
"Oh man, can you believe that he sent her home?" I'm like, yeah. I
Who?
thought you liked her, and I was like, "Oh, I do." I tell that's terrible,
So bad. Yes, that's
So
that's
we just let the
great.
cat
I
out of
mean,
the bag. Whoops.
She doesn't.
So
She
bad.
doesn't watch the
Yep.
show, so it's okay.
Yeah. She usually does, but I don't know. It's something about The Bachelor. I guess it's all the qualities that I don't have, her own husband, that he possesses. Like being an NFL star,
Yeah.
having a 12-pack, tons of money, Lamborghini, things like that. I guess.
Famous.
I have a 12-pack.
Yeah, it's in the fridge.
It is in the fridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I kind of spoiled my wife. When I first got with her, I had like the 6-pack, and I worked out, and then I just got older. I think I got better looking, but my pack went away, and I replaced it with kind of like a. Is there such a thing as an 8th barrel? Maybe not a quarter barrel, but maybe an 8th barrel. Well, that's what I got.
Hey, it's beats the spare tire that some of us have. That's
yeah, well,
sure. So,
which might be fitting into some yoga pants soon.
Oh, yeah, we did order those the other day. They should be here.
Yoga pants.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a story we'll have to get into later.
That's a long time coming. Let's just put it that way.
Look, we're about to. All I'm going to say is if this actually pulls off like it's supposed to be, we might lose some. We might lose some fans, and we might gain a lot on the other hand.
Mainly the ones from Izzo.
What's the over/under? What's the over/under?
Oh,
I don't want to know what's over or under.
Let's talk that stuff. Anyway, we have to laugh because the first story is going to really chap your hiney. I know it did ours.
Yep.
Headline coming out of lifenews.com. Oregon Senate passes a bill to allow starving mentally ill patients to die.
Now, this has been going around recently, and the reason why is because there's been more traction on the legislation and the legislative process. It was originally set up in June 13th of 2017 when they started this process. So the reason why it's coming up again is because they're starting to really put the grease in the oil. In the cogs. They're trying to really get this. I know I screwed up the analogy. They're trying to grease the wheels. They're trying to get this thing going. And it's bothersome. Let's put it that way. It's bothersome.
Teensy weensy bit. This is Senate Bill 494 passed the Oregon Senate last week, touted as quote a simple
2 years
update.
ago.
Yeah. I'm reading from Life News. It was touted as, quote, a simple update, unquote, to Oregon's current advance directive. This bill is designed to allow for the starving and dehydrating to death of patients with dementia and mental illness. And they shroud it under, well, these people don't know it's coming. They don't understand what's going on. They don't know. Because that makes it better. Right?
Jeremy?
Yeah, they're idiots. If you look behind who's the bill, who's paying for it, the big insurance companies. And what this is them setting up, well, you know what, it's going to cost too much for this person to live. Let's pull the plug now. This is a very, very slippery slope. They had this over in Denmark. And they recently had a 36-year-old woman who broke up with her boyfriend, and they considered she was mentally ill, so they actually assisted suicided her because she was put in the category of mentally ill. So this is really, really bad, and people better wake up because you don't know when you're going to be in front of a death panel. What say you?
Yeah. So let's see. The committee will consist of 13 members. And by the way, when I mean the committee, I mean the committee of people who are looking over long-term care patients. That means they're setting up a death panel of 13 members. One member shall be the long-term care ombudsman.
Say that 5 times fast.
Ombudsman. OMBUDSMAN. Ombudsman.
Sure.
It's like I'm at a spelling bee or something. Or the designee, designer of long-term care ombudsman. I don't know why. What the hell is that word? I need to know what that word is. Dylan, look up that word while I continue, please.
Okay.
Oh, the other 12 members shall be appointed by the governor as follows. One member shall be the person who represents the primary healthcare providers. One member represents the hospital. One member who is a clinical ethicist.
Sure they are.
Sure. You can stop me at any time, guys. Stop me at any time. 2 members who are healthcare providers with expertise in palliative and hospice care. 1 member who represents individuals with disabilities. 1 member who represents consumers of healthcare services. Isn't that the same as 1 member who represents the person with disabilities?
That's.
Well, does that mean they're putting a lobbyist on the board?
All of these are lobbyists. 1 member with expertise of advertising and assisting consumers with end-of-life decisions. That's a lobbyist.
Wow.
Do you want real fast? Do you want the
yes,
the
please.
Ombudsman?
Uh-huh.
Is how you enunciate it.
I did
is
say
a
it
noun.
right. Yes.
An official appointed to investigate individuals' complaints against maladministration, especially that of public authorities.
Okay.
Oh, somebody that doesn't do a job at all.
Yes.
Pretty much. It's a seat warmer.
So
It's just the
so he has a
13th
bench
man.
warmer. So we have a bench warmer. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
So, wow. Yeah, exactly. One member with the
Indeed.
expertise of advertising. Let's see. One member from among members wait. One member from among members proposed by Oregon State Bar who has extensive experience in elder law. There's elder law?
I guess.
And advising individuals on how to execute and advance the directive.
So wait a minute. So basically, these people have a babysitter.
Yes.
So, oh my God.
So
Advancing the directive, does that mean they're going to legally kill them?
yes.
Yes. Pretty much is what I'm reading it.
That's one member to advance that directive.
And
one
how
member
to turn around and say, no, this is the proper way of doing said.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. One member from among the members proposed by the Oregon State Bar who has extensive experience in estate planning and advising individuals on how to make end-of-life decisions so that the state can get the most out of your death.
I got to say something here, guys. Do you realize with what they're saying right here, Michael Cohen could be sitting in on this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody. It could be anybody. It really doesn't matter.
This is. Oh my God.
This is where Hillary Clinton could be right now.
Wow.
If we are so lucky.
You know what? I'm going to be screwed, man. If I end up dying and I'm in New York or something and they have this, then, Michael Cohen's going to be sitting there. Lanny Davis is going to be sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Giuliani will probably be drunk sitting on the board. I mean, oh, my goodness. This would be terrible.
How much salt have you consumed in your lifetime?
Yeah.
Don't answer that question. You're already dead.
Yeah, right.
If not, they'll shoot you. They'll allow you to shoot yourself in the back and walk across the street to the parking lot. To the
Exactly. You were too energetic in the first place. You must have drank too many sodas.
Mm-hmm. Damn you, big gulp.
This guy's a Christian. We better get rid of him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a Christian. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go meet his maker.
Oh, dear Lord in heaven. The term of office of
Come on, you guys. You guys are making me laugh. Come on.
That's good. That's what we do, right?
Years. Oh, good. So the term of the office of each member of the committee is 4 years, but a member serves at the pleasure of the appointing authority.
Mm-hmm.
So which is it?
4 years or the pleasure?
Well, I got to tell you,
like
Comey served at the pleasure of Donald Trump, and he got fired. And look at Trump's spot. I could see this turning into a disaster. Oh, but no, we're talking about Oregon. Everything's good up there.
I mean, is this the case of like the Spanish Inquisition where it's like you can get the rack or you can have the stretcher? I mean, it's one or the other.
No one's the
Look what you won, Johnny.
Oh,
a 3-day path to hydration and death. Hello, Meat Maker.
Acquisition. Here we go. All right.
Wow. Majority of the members of the committee constitutes a quorum for the transaction of business. Oh, well, thank God.
Yes, that's amazing.
Official action by the committee requires the approval of a majority of the members, blah, 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 blah. Basically, they're going to have a whole bunch of people.
And they're all going to elect themselves.
They're going to elect themselves.
They're self-elected.
And most of them have no actual job. Each one is to literally handhold and grab the butt of the guy next to him.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. And then it's literally that kind of. Oh, I'm really trying to be good here. I have a lot of analogies running through my head. None of them are very PG.
Don't be good.
Yeah, don't. That takes me back to Boss Baby. Baby, be good.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, literally, I have to watch that every day. And there's two different Boss Babies. There's actually a series,
Yes.
and then there is the show. And my little girls, I'll tell you, we probably watched it, I don't know, literally probably 7, 8 million times. And when they put the baby powder on the butt and it farts and blows the baby powder out, they still laugh about it.
My this is so off the rails, but that's my 2-year-old's like the only show I could like turn on, and it's the only thing he asks for.
That is,
I've literally
so
watched
happy.
it consecutively.
I'm so happy that isn't what my kids watch.
Oh, dude. Well, it was a stumble. It was like, oh, look, he might like it, and now it's it's the only thing he asks for. It keeps coming on, and it's the only one I could turn on, and he will stand there and just watch it. The Netflix thing, just keep it on continuous play. He loves Jimbo. That's his favorite character.
Jimbo, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See, my kids are all like Wild Kratts, which is a PBS thing, and I get it for free because I only have Roku. I don't have television. Wow. So like Wild Kratts, which is, I mean, they get things wrong, but whatever. And could be worse. And it could be worse. And then what other cartoons I want them to watch, and only the ones that I want them to watch. Of course, they really like Paw Patrol and things like that, which is kind of weird. But
that one's
Paw Patrol. Oh my
goodness. I knew that would.
You're bringing back nightmares, brother.
I knew that would strike a nerve with you. That's where that went. I wanted to make sure I got to you at least a little bit. Now, by the way, if I want to get to anybody else, I want to call them. And when I want to call them, I want to use Patriot Mobile, because Patriot Mobile is America's only conservative cell phone company out there. They're doing the exact opposite of all those liberal gun grabbers, and they're crap.
They do have a lot of crap.
If you're fed up with their disgusting policies that they have, like the New York abortion laws, Bloomberg gun control plans, the stalemate at the border, and just make the switch. It's simple. Make the switch to Patriot Mobile today. Join the thousands of Americans using Patriot Mobile and get reliable nationwide coverage. Watch your hard-earned dollars fight for the First and Second Amendments, border security, and the sanctity of life. Veteran-led Patriot Mobile donates a portion of every bill to conservative causes like the Heritage Foundation, the NRA, and the Susan B. Anthony list, just to name a few. Switching to Patriot Mobile is easy and fast, with their unlimited talk and text plans starting as low as $20 a month. If you need more motivation, which I don't see why, go and mention the promo code DOC over at 1-800-A-PATRIOT, or or you can call them there, 1-800-A-PATRIOT, call them, or go to their website, patriotmobile.com/doc, and get 2 activation fees waived on the spot. patriotmobile.com/doc or 1-800-A-PATRIOT. Mention the promo code DOC.
Please.
DOC. So we're talking about
death panels.
In Oregon. Everything else. In Oregon, where, everything goes to die.
Are we surprised? Like, it's beautiful country out there, but
hey, the Goonies came out of Oregon.
Everything goes there to die.
Yeah, and
they cannot be redeemed by the 70s and 80s.
You remember that movie though? Sloth left. Like he was
did.
Gone.
He did. He left quickly.
He had to.
He did, and so did the ship.
Yes, there was a reason why, because they were out to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to kill him. That's the point. See, he was born with a malformation, and they wanted to kill him. They were trying to do a 467th term abortion.
Yeah, that little data kid from Indiana Jones knew what was coming.
Hey, I got to tell you, a lot of people say, well, you should have a choice. I'm really weird about this, but a lot of people say, well, you should have a choice when you die. And I don't believe that. I believe that God dictates when we die. And I think that when you commit suicide, you are cheating God out of greatness. Like, I don't mean to get religious on you, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of these stories where people are fighting, and it's such an emotional time that great things happen from tragedy. Mm-hmm. And I think that when you do this, you're completely taking that out of the equation, and all you're left with is, well, a dead human, which is, a lot of these lefties and super progressives and libtards, they don't see the value in human life anymore. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe they just don't see the emotional significance of something like this.
Oh, no, I completely agree with you. Like, it is, I agree. Well, I completely agree. I agree with you to a point. I agree that if, someone who commits suicide definitely cheats, would kind of arguably take their things into their own hands. Mm-hmm. However, I also believe that, when you die when you're supposed to die.
Yes.
Even if that is at your own hand. I believe like that from that end of it. Everything has got a plan. Everything. I don't believe in coincidence. I don't believe in chance. You know, and I
in
believe
choice.
that you know, God could take something that is crappy and that we could ruin and still make it a good thing and still touch people. But no, I'm with you. It's amazing that the lack of appreciation for life is so prevalent and so in your face nowadays. And it just, it blows my mind. I seen a meme today where, and it was my own mother that put it up. It was, it showed like a picture of turtle eggs, and it said, you know, to kill the turtle egg was like $100,000 fine and, you know, X amount of time in jail. And then it was a bald eagle egg, and it was even more money and even more time in jail. And it showed, you know, an unborn child, and it sat there and said, you know, could kill at will, and in some cases be congratulated by the left. And it is so sad, but it is so true.
You know, they actually did a report on this. When the black rhino went extinct, there was more media coverage than when over 1 million people got slaughtered in Rwanda.
Yep.
I don't get, how could you, and again, I was a homeschooled my whole life, so I have no idea. Call me simple-minded. I don't get what the issue is, why there's that blockage. I wish I could figure it out, but I can't. To me, it makes no sense. It's a person, and okay, it may not be you, but it can be you. You could, you know, you could be the next person on that list.
Yes.
You know, for whatever reason, something happened, and you could become that person that now fits the criteria. And then what happens? Then you're suddenly not going to be a part of it and not wanting to toe that line anymore. But oh well, you've set it up.
Too bad. You're there. You're towing
the line. Stephen and Dylan, this is the truth. If Ocasio-Cortez or Ilhan Omar or any of them crazy bastards ever got their way, we would be on a hit list. Literally, we would either be in prison or we would go to the guillotine. One or the other. That's where we'll end up if things ever got that bad. That's the truth.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what? We'll all be in good company. That's all.
Amen.
Yep. We're all in good company. I'll just be right there with you. It's not a problem. It's not a big deal, right? We'll be right there.
Exactly.
Well,
now here's the thing.
I can see Jesus at the pearly gates being like, dude, what the hell took you so long to get here? You know, just laughing. I can see that.
Well, more than likely, it was, well, I had to take care of my kids, so I ran.
Sorry, I had to take a pee break. I'm here now. We're good.
We're good. Everything's good. Now, we're talking about, obviously, we're joking about, you know, end of life and things like that, but there is some good news in another state.
There is. Praise the Lord for the South.
I've got to say.
Praise the Lord for the South. The landmark decision, Alabama court rules aborted baby is a person with rights.
Wait, what?
Yes, a landmark case in Alabama court became the first court in the nation to recognize an aborted baby as a person with rights. The Madison County Probate Court ruled that a father of a baby that was aborted by the father's girlfriend has the right to sue the woman's center that performed the procedure, as well as the employees of the center and the pharmaceutical company that made the medicine used in the abortion. So this is not just like, oh, I'm going to take out the family. This is not just against the abortion company, but we're going all the way up to the pharmaceutical company that gave the medicine in the first place.
The whole deal there.
Oh, yeah. This is, you can't get a broader sweep than that.
That's awesome.
Well, I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel that a baby is a baby from conception. Some people feel that a baby is a baby from the heartbeat. Some people have said, well, a baby's only a baby when it can feel pain. And I don't even know how we got here saying that, well, you can't save them or you can slice and dice them as they're being born. Because I don't think anybody left, right, down the middle, nobody denies that it's a living person and that it can feel pain at that point. Do you guys remember those throwback arguments that they used to have? Well, at this point, they can't feel pain. Do you remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Jeremy, hold on right there. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Commercial time.
What was that? What, Fly the Conchords did that? Commercial time.
Oh, yeah, that was
no, it wasn't commercial time. What did they do? That was
Oh no, they were doing business time.
Business time. It's business time.
Business.
Yeah. It's
business time. Love those guys.
They're hilarious.
That's the guy. So one of the Flight of the Conchords is the same guy that did the giant crab in Moana.
I won't watch that show.
Oh, but you gotta do the crab, man.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You gotta do the crab. Come on.
No.
The Rock. The Rock has a song. Giant Crab has a song.
I can't because I'm white. I'm not supposed to be able to watch that movie.
Oh, that's cultural appropriation. That's true.
It is. And letting my children watch it is just, enforcing the stereotype.
Yes.
So.
Yes, you are. And you should. You racist.
I'm a dirty, dirty boy.
I'm not talking about
I was watching
life.
this guy on YouTube. He's like 24 and he's sailing the ocean. And he's talking about all these things. Well, I bought a car on credit. And I bought this $30,000 yacht for $10,000 on credit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going around the world for credit. And I wondered to myself, who is giving this guy credit that has absolutely no job, nothing to offer? And then I thought, you know what, maybe the old way of, going to work, getting a job, paying your bills, maybe that's left in the dust. Maybe this guy is like the complete socialist package.
This probably is. It probably is. I mean, there's no point against it. I mean, try and argue that fact. Just try it. It's not
right.
It's hard to do. I mean, these people are just going to go straight up whatever they want to do throughout their entire life. It's going to be crazy.
Blows my mind.
Is it bad that I wish a storm would come up and sink the boat?
The storm will come up
tomorrow.
I just don't get it, man. I don't. But, hey, you know what? If he can do it, great. More power to him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And we're back.
We are back and still talking through the break.
Talking through the break, we don't care.
That's what we do.
Yeah, this is live radio, whatever. We do what we want. It's my show. I do what I want. And by the way, doing what I want, go to Cat Coolers. CatCoolers.com. Use the promo code Steven over at CatCoolers.com to get a 10% off discount. Not only do they have some of the most rugged, awesome coolers that you can find, but they keep your ice cold for up to 7 days. They're made in America and completely customizable. They have 4 different colors for the base set. You can have white, racist, black, racist, yellow, racism, and then camouflage because you don't want to see it.
I feel sorry for whoever does lose that, by the way.
I know, right? That's going to be really
how
funny.
you keep from losing that?
Not buying camouflage?
Well, no, I was going to say you have them decorate it with the Mojo logo.
Oh. Put a big old Mojo 50 logo there.
There you go.
Maybe the DOE Eagle.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I got to say, you guys are parents too. So this is like an alternate benefit for me, these Cat Coolers. Have you ever went to the beach and you have all that crap and life jackets and suntan lotion and towels and all that stuff?
Yes.
So you go and you come home and the kids and the wife run into the house. Who gets to unload the whole car, the whole truck? The dad.
Always.
So by the time you're done, you're like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. And you always have to lug the cooler in and put everything away. But here's what's cool. Now I don't have to. I can leave it out for a couple days if I want to before bringing it in because it's just like sitting in the refrigerator.
Yep.
It is very, very awesome.
Be leaking the water everywhere.
None of that
everything
mess.
Cool.
CatCoolers.com. Use the promo code Steven. Get 10% off. It's amazing.
You love it. You will love it. We are joined by the one, the only, the man, myth, legend, Jeremy Hansen.
He's unleashed, by the way.
He is unleashed.
What is that? What's your handle? Unleashed.
At Unleashed Show 1.
Unleashed Show 1. That's right. At Unleashed Show 1. Yep. Jeremy Hansen Unleashed on the Facebooks. It is there.
The question everyone asks though is there a time where you're ever leashed?
That's 90% of his life.
Church. I'll tell you what. My pastor has a handle on me, and literally, like, he'll look at me and he'll be like, I heard what you said on your show the other day. I'm like, oh, man, he had to listen that day, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was really one day, Jeremy. Like it was really one day.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at me and go, well,
it's
Pastor,
every day, but, every day I say something, and after the show, I'm like, man, I hope I didn't say anything that offends my pastor.
You'll hear about it.
You will.
Well, that's right.
I do.
The same issue. Same issue.
Yep. We do.
We go to the same church, and you know, one of the pastors
we know the
is my
same
father-in-law,
pastors.
So. Yeah, so
that's the worst. One of our pastors is his father-in-law, and that's just. Mm.
Yeah, and he's
Ooh, that'd be a double
dude.
whammy, man.
Oh,
he's a godly man, but I tell you what,
his previous days he used to be a like an actual hardcore. He was ride for the Outlaws or for somebody. He was
hardcore biker.
To this day, he'll be up there. He'll still preach in his vest. He wears a vest. He wears black. He's tatted up and down.
He's got a beard much better than Dylan's.
Yes, he's got hair down like the middle of his back. I mean, he straight up is scary, man.
It's really funny. It's really funny when he smiles or when he wears like a Hawaiian shirt.
Yes.
It looks so weird
when he loses a bet.
It looks so weird when he wears like a Hawaiian shirt or he smiles really big because you're like, that guy's normally creepy looking, but that's.
Or when we make him wear a suit for when we did the vow renewal. That was good.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was good.
It's amazing.
It's weird. My pastor looks like Watson Prunier.
Does he really?
Literally, he's a black man. He's former Navy, and I'm not kidding,
awesome.
man. He tells you exactly where you screwed up, and he has no problems doing it. And I feel like I'm 5 years old when I'm around him.
That is awesome.
The question is he feeding you red meat or is he feeding you milk still?
I don't want to get him in any trouble from his wife because I know how it is over there. But he gives it to me when I need to. He lets me know about it when I get out of line. And other times he's like, "Man, you give it to him. Tell him Jesus was not a socialist." You know.
Oh, yeah. I want to know who started that and slap him right in the top of the head.
Oh,
me too.
It's all those people that take context, take the Bible out of context and just like, oh, see, take from the rich and give to the poor. You know that whole deal. You know they all shared it all in common.
You mean like Robin Hood? Oh.
Yeah, exactly. No. Speaking of give and take. No, speaking of giving and taking. The first UK transgender prison unit has opened.
Oh God. We should have ended with that one just because.
Oh,
so
no.
Wait a minute, hold on. So read that again, just so we can get clarity on this.
The world's first UK transgender prison unit has opened.
You mean the first co-ed prison unit has opened?
I mean the first transgender unit. Has opened.
That sounds like a co-ed to me.
Well, they have to have the man bits gone.
Yeah, but they're still men.
But they have the tuck.
That doesn't matter. They're still men. DNA at their base level, they get tested. They're men.
I agree. But physically,
so is this package and no package, or is this just package?
I think this is no package. The reason why it's inside of the first women's prison of the women's prison in the UK. So this is the first transgendered prison unit inside the women's prison. You see, I used to be a man and stuck inside of a woman's body. I was like that for 9 months, and then I was born.
Well, I'm still a lesbian, if that makes you feel any better.
Holy smokes. No, I'm just glad to, I was looking, I panicked just for a second there. I was like, holy crap, he should have said, quote, where's someone isolate the audio? But no.
Where are we doing?
I got the joke now, so it's never
very
mind.
Good. Very good.
Anymore.
Cheers.
I was going to isolate that audio quick.
There you go. So the wing within the women's prison in South London will initially cater to 3 offenders who were born male but have since changed gender. Officials say the 3 prisoners who have gender recognition certificates.
What is that? So is that like a second birth certificate?
They give you certificates in the UK.
Do they have like the little gold emblem when they shake your hand and take a picture, like that?
I wonder if they also have the ones with like your handprint and your footprint where they can put the thing.
Hey, don't laugh. They're probably going to be able to use that at like 10% off at a local Walmart or something.
Do I get my transgendered benefit?
We're terrible. We're all going to hell.
No, I'm not.
I'm not, but
I'm not saying that anything is coming from my life here.
Some people may may kind of wonder how I'm not.
Hey, we've accepted the gift. That is how.
There you go.
All right.
And not this gift of being in a transgender transgender
Not
prison.
this gift. This is not a gift. See, they come in a box, but
what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
The Ministry of Justice.
Yeah, I think this is so crazy. We have prisons that are transgender. The Olympics are allowing transgenders to compete against women. And you know what? It's always the people that used to be a guy, or, their chromosomes still dictate that they are a guy that want to go against the girls. But I said this on my show. Maybe you guys think the same way. I look at them kind of like a Barry Bonds. By every win, I think they should have a little asterisk next to their name. What do you think?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Little asterisk of how they do it. Sorry, that deserves a bell.
Yeah, I was wondering. I've got to get a bell. You're dropping the ball here. I need. There you go.
You're speechless.
I am, because again, there's so many different ways I could go with this, and so many different things that are not PG, and I just. You're.
Yep. Okay. The move comes after the case of Karen White, a transgender prisoner who sexually assaulted 2 women while on remand in the New Hall jail in Wakefield.
Okay, hold on. So,
this
is a dude who cut off his junk and is pretending and parading around to be a woman.
Actually, Karen White did not cut off his junk.
Oh, so he's still like a man who just has a bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bob cut.
Bob Rand.
Wow.
Okay.
But
anyway,
he doesn't have a weave. That's all I'm worried about.
Sexually assaulted. This is the kicker that kisses me. Sexually assaulted 2 women while on remand in a New Hall jail in Wakefield. That's obviously in the UK. So
yes.
He was already in jail.
Yes.
For sexually assaulting women, and you're going to put this person into an all-women's prison.
Yes.
Am I the only person that sees that there's a little bit of a problem with that?
Well, I don't know, but the Ministry of Justice had a spokesperson who said, quote, "Prisoner safety is our biggest concern, and any decision we take will seek to best manage the risk posed by each offender."
Well,
I feel better now. How about you, Jeremy?
I'm thinking about watching some of these women prison shows. I don't know. Tell me, would you guys rather be put in a male prison or a women's prison? Have you seen some of the sadistic things they do?
Yeah, no, I'd rather be in a male prison all day long.
As long as nobody
tries. I'm pretty sure I would too.
Look, I'm a small guy. All right. All I ask is that
bell?
nobody.
Where's the bell?
I'm talking about height. All right. Talking about height.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm a short person.
I was gonna say.
I'm short in
Izzo's
stature.
a little jealous right now.
Izzo is, he's a little jealous of something. I am taller than him as well, which makes me happy. All right. Not that way. Okay. So all I'm asking is that if ever I went to jail, which I really hope I never do, but if ever I go to jail, all I want is to make sure that nobody tries to put a honey bun on my pillow. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't want. I just did not. I never want to see a honey bun on my pillow because I know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Honey
you
bun.
Might be asking for too much.
Honey bun on your pillow. You about to be taken.
Yeah, as someone who has frequented, I say frequented, as someone who has been involved in the justice system. I trying to word this very delicately here. I can honestly say I still would rather. Yeah, no, I would much rather be in the male prison, because from the stories I've heard of the women's side of things, like they take them women over there, they take everything to the nth level, man. Like,
yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Spike is
filing their fingernails and like cutting people with their fingernails. Oh.
And like I said, and it's all out of spite too. It's not just this retribution or trying to maintain a sense of order. No, these heifers do it just because.
Yeah,
the heifers.
Yes. Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome for that.
I can say it because they're there and I'm not.
Exactly. And, so you have those heifers and you have many others. And before we get to the next story of a few other heifers, I wanted to tell you guys about traguns.com. See, traguns.com is America's first virtual gun store. They make it easier and more comfortable than ever to purchase your firearms online, modernizing online firearm sales to accommodate all of you on the online generation. Look, if you like the brick and mortar experience, if you like to sit there and hold the guns and, look at them at every angle and everything else, they have full 3D interactive experiences available. You can view, you can zoom. They have high definition images and pictures and cameras. You can see the fingerprint smudge on the barrel of the gun if they haven't wiped it off. Weekly specials, they eliminate shipping and brokerage fees as well. Great guns, great prices, great service over at TRA Guns. It's veteran-owned and operated. And by the way, look, if you can't pay for it now, look, they've got consignment and layaway options available for you. It is just amazing. All he wants to do over at TRA Guns, all these guys want to do is make sure that you have your Second Amendment rights and have everything you need to protect yourself. traguns.com. Tell them Steven over Mojo sent you. traguns.com.
Yeah, buddy. I love going there.
Hey, Steven and Dylan, did you guys hear about the brand new giveaway that's going on over there?
No, I haven't yet.
I did.
I'm sure you didn't because I was supposed to tell you and I forgot.
I listened to the show today.
Wait.
Yesterday,
You were
Ron
supposed
got
to
it
tell us and
finished.
you
It's
forgot.
called Get Unleashed. And what it is they go there, they sign up. In about 30 days, we're going to have a drawing. We're going to pick a random name, and they win a Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard 380 with the laser pointer, 2 magazines, and a case. They get it for free. All they got to do is go to mojo5.com and sign up on the Get Unleashed.
Go check that out. That's awesome.
What was that again?
Mojo50.com, Get Unleashed.
That's right.
There you go.
Nice.
Go to mojo50.com.
And, what we set it up for was women, actually. I was being a little sexist. But you know what? We're guys, so we can throw down if we need to. I mean, if we have to beat some, we can do it.
Yeah,
But I've seen a lot of these, 300-pound monsters come after these little young ladies that are coming out with children in a Walmart parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to get them something that all they had to do is find the red dot and pull the trigger, and the threat was going to be eliminated.
Yep.
So,
And that'll do it, too.
there could be some beta liberals listening. I doubt it, but if they are, it would work for them as well.
It's true. It is true. And you know what? There are a lot of beta men.
There you go.
Men, sort of, not really. I can't call them men. Beta.
Yeah, they're not men. What are they? Beta boys?
Beta
The BBs?
boys. Beta soy boys. They're
sounds
soy
like
boys.
a boy band.
Beta soy. they're the beta soy boys. The beta soy boys. They have a bunch of them. Yes, there are a bunch of them over at Google. How do I know? Well, Google is now the wokest of the woke.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they are.
Become the wokest of the woke.
They are the wokest of the woke. You see, in 2017, Google was accused. They were accused of gender pay discrimination by the U.S. Department of Labor.
Oh, dear Lord.
The Google employees conducted their own informal salary review, finding that women were paid less than men.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. Later that year, Google employees conducted their own informal salary review.
Yes.
I could be completely wrong on this, but to me, that means that a bunch of people sat around and said, "Hey, how much do you make? Oh, how much do you make?" Which if any place I've ever worked that's kind of been
you could be fired for that.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
I think it was more like they went to HR and said, "Who makes what?"
Oh, because that's so much better.
Who makes what and how
Wow.
much? I think I'm more than likely that's where it's going. And so in January of last year, several women filed a class action lawsuit against the company, alleging it underpays women.
Of course they did.
Which is why a New York Times story on Monday titled, "Google Moves to Address Women's Wage Equity and Finds It's Underpaying Many Men" seems to be surprising,
What?
doesn't it?
How is that possible? But I thought women were the ones who were being underpaid.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, now it's
No.
now it's 2019. All right.
Oh, that's right.
It's 2019 now, and come to find out, Google spent $270,000 on 228 employees to correct the systematic pay inequities. The company spent nearly $10 million on over 10,000 employees last year.
Wow.
In a blog post they posted Monday, the company attributed this bump, in part, to one specific job code, Level 4 software engineers.
What is a Level 4 software engineer?
You see, there's 7 levels in
Oh,
technology. There's 7 levels in technology. And so they're Level 4 software.
Hold on. 7 levels like in hell?
Yes.
Dante's Inferno?
Yes.
I would be if you're working at Google.
You are working at Google. I mean, you got it. Very nice, Jeremy. Very good.
Hey, remember, was it last month, you guys, when Google had that big thing because they used the word family in one of their corporate meetings, and some liberal freaked out because, oh my goodness, you mentioned family and that means kids are involved. You remember that?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And it was also Google that fired the guy for saying, look, this is wrong when talking about, race inequality and gender inequality.
Yeah.
He sent he sent the company email out. He sent it out to the bigwigs, and somebody complained and got him fired. Yeah. See, Level 4 software engineers, they're particularly large category in the company. Google spokesperson couldn't specify exactly what percentage of workers the job code represents, but parent company Alphabet said that it employs 98,771 of those by the end of 2018. Within that job code, men were flagged for adjustments because they received less discretionary funds than women.
Okay, hang on. Go back. A Google spokesperson couldn't specify exactly what the percentage of workers for the code represents, but you can talk about how much somebody makes.
Yes.
Ah, okay. See, apparently...
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to wake up tomorrow, and we're going to see all over CNN, Google employees rally for the 7 layers of hell.
Exactly. Their leader's name is Dante. It doesn't make sense here. And I get Google. Like the reason Google makes money is by selling people's information, and I got that.
It is real. Also, DeepMind.
So apparently, yeah.
Thanks, Kurzweil.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll go out to that one later.
Thanks, Ray.
But it's amazing to actually see, like, they will sell and are apparently selling their own information amongst themselves.
Yes, to the highest bidder.
At least they're consistent.
I mean, it's to the highest bidder, and I mean, that's exactly like a whore would do.
Well,
first name is downtown.
Do you think they're actually selling their ratings also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything's
got a dollar value, they'll sell it.
Do I think they know? They do. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'd bet appendages of my body.
No, I wouldn't, because I already know it's true. I'm not going to bet anything on it.
That's why I would bet
it. Well, it was a rhetorical question, but have you ever noticed, like, you go to look for stories that you read like 2-3 years ago, and they've just disappeared?
Yes. Actually, 2-3 months ago, and they've disappeared. I can't find them anywhere. I have to go to like what is it? Not Yahoo. What's the other one?
Apple.
DuckDuckGo. Bing.
DuckDuckGo. Bing. Bing is what I got to go to. I've got to go to Bing. DuckDuckGo. I try to stay off of DuckDuckGo because even though you can't be tracked on DuckDuckGo, DuckDuckGo can lead to bad places.
I've never heard of DuckDuckGo.
Oh, it is a completely untraceable browser.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
You can completely delete all of your traffic before you leave.
Huh.
We know that's where Rush Limbaugh goes.
Yes, he uses DuckDuckGo.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Huh.
It's a wonderful thing, honestly, and it's great for security and privacy, except for the fact that you don't use a VPN. So if you don't use a VPN,
come on, dude,
it can still be tracked.
You are giving me a complex because now I feel like a pedophile if I go to DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, you are a pedophile if you go to DuckDuckGo. You and Rush Limbaugh.
Come on.
Just tell yourself if Rush goes there, it's okay.
It's okay. The Godfather goes there. It's okay to go there.
Now,
exactly. The day he stops,
okay, but
the day
it's not.
You need to run quick.
But it's
Steven
really
Airey said it's not.
It's
okay,
not.
I can't get it out of my head.
It's not.
Don't wait. No. Only worry about it. If Watson Prunier says don't go, that's when you need to stop going.
Yeah, that is when you need to stop going. If Watson Prunier says don't go because he looks too much like your pastor, then you just don't do it.
Exactly. And he is, of all of us, like I would say he's probably he's the preacher of the group. He's the bishop.
He is, and you know what? He's listening right now, and he's like, "Duck, duck, go." That is, I am using that as my next show.
No, see, I bet you anything he hasn't used it ever before.
He probably. Oh yeah. Well,
he's a big tech guy, but he doesn't like applications. He's more like physical technology sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
right.
Physical technology sort of thing is him and his phase. So I don't think he's used DuckDuckGo, and he might have heard about it once, but I don't think he touches it. With a 39.5-foot pole.
Wow. He doesn't touch a duck and go.
And that's right.
Mm.
See, even the name now, you think about it, DuckDuckGo. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, DuckDuckGo is actually a game they play at the new transgender prison in Europe.
No, that's Tuck Tuck Ho.
Oh.
Tuck Tuck Ho.
That was lost in the English accent thing.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
gotcha, yeah.
You know, if someone says duck, duck, go, it's more like tuck, tuck, go. It sounds almost exactly the same.
It's really close. It is so close.
I get confused.
It is just right there.
Too.
It is. You missed it by like that much.
Like
missed it
that
by that much. Yes, exactly. You've got it right. Nail on the
That's
head.
awesome.
Doc Thompson's Health Challenge is over at richsolution.com. Doc Thompson's Health Challenge is over at richsolution.com. I made a very hard transition there.
Yeah, you did.
Because of our very last story that we have going on. You see, it was created by Brad Staggs to help improve his health, but now he's sharing it with you all. He started it. It has started March 4th, so that was Monday. This past Monday, he started it. It is something that he thinks that Doc Thompson will be proud of and that he would support. You see, the challenge brings the Mojo community together for a common cause: to heal, to survive, to thrive. The 90-day challenge is set up to make healthier lifestyle choices. It's hosted by Gwen Rich over at the Rich Solution, and you can find that at therichsolution.com. See, if you go to therichsolution.com, you can look up the Doc Thompson Health Challenge, and they will tell you about the 8 health obstacles that get in your way. You see, that's things like diet, mental attitude, exercise, sleep, stress, environmental toxins, and those pesky community and emotional health issues. Go to therichsolution.com today. Go check out Doc Thompson's Health Challenge. See if it'll help you out. Maybe it will. Join up with Brad Staggs. He needs your help and your support. Go do it today.
In more ways than one.
Yes, that's true.
In more ways than one. Bless his heart.
No more caramel M&Ms.
No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You know that.
And
right?
And those aren't even the good M&Ms. Like they're good, but that's not even
no.
like the best of them.
No, you leave caramel M&Ms on your dash on a warm day, and then what happens? So here's the thing: the chocolate doesn't actually melt because the shell, right? So you pop one in your mouth, it literally melts. It melts directly in your mouth.
Ding.
And the caramel just like it engulfs the chocolate and it makes perfect creaminess.
Ding.
You're welcome.
Are you talking about the prison again?
Nope, talking about caramel M&Ms. So
because it's supposed to melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
I was gonna say, he's still talking about chocolate in his mouth.
Yeah, I am talking about chocolate in my mouth, and no, I'm not talking about that black titty. I'm not that cat. Anyway, speaking of prisons, there are people who are prisoners of their own minds.
They are. Some of the smartest people are the dumbest ones around.
Isn't it crazy?
You
know, I argue that intelligence is not linear but circular.
Yes, and so
there is a point.
So is the universe and time. But apparently, science has now claimed that the Big Bang may have created a mirror universe where time runs backward. I'm going to leave it there.
That means the show is getting ready to begin.
No, yes, exactly. That means the show is about to start in the next 5 minutes. But that really means that the show is over because you can hear the ending music. Jeremy Hansen, where can people find you, sir?
5 to 7 Mojo 50 iHeartRadio. Thank you guys. It's been a blessing and an honor to be on your show. I appreciate it, brothers.
Yes, sir. It has been a blast. You can find us at DOAE Show. You can find us here on Mojo 50, 9 p.m. Eastern, daily. 9 p.m. Eastern, daily on Mojo 50. Now, good night, Doc Thompson. We know where you are.
Now, Anyang, you go home.